Ever wonder why seeing someone yawn makes you yawn? It's because of mind control. Xtended today will explain the reasons for yawning, and they are not what you think. If you're like most people, you've probably pandiculated without meaning to. But don't worry, pandiculating is just a medical term for the act of stretching and yawning. Most people associate yawning with being tired, but have you ever yawned just because you saw someone else yawn? In fact, if you have not already, I bet you'll yawn at least once before you're done listening to this episode. And hopefully not because it's boring. Scientists have proven that seeing someone yawn, reading about yawning, and even just thinking about yawning can make us yawn. What they have not been able to figure out yet is just why that is. What we do now is that children start to develop the ability of sympathetic yawning at around the age of 5 or 6. Humans aren't alone in this behavior. Either researchers studying the behavior of chimpanzees conducted an experiment where these chimps watched a video of the other chimps yawning as well as similar video of chimps not yawning. The chimps watching the yawning video also started yawning. However, the baby chimps that watched the video did not yawn. Even man's best friend, the faithful canine, has been shown to be susceptible to contagious yawns, not just from other dogs, but also from humans. These facts have led some scientists to conclude that contagious yawning requires some sort of social empathy, which young children haven't yet to develop. In fact, some research has shown that the closer two individuals are emotionally, the more likely they are to be affected by contagious yawning. Another interesting finding is that older children with autism aren't affected by contagious yawning as much as children of a similar age group who are not autistic. Another study found that the children with milder variants of autism are more likely to yawn than those that have been diagnosed with full autistic disorder. However, both groups experienced contagious yawning less often than the control group. You might have heard that the reason people yawn is because the brain is signaling that the body that it doesn't have enough oxygen. This is an extremely popular idea, but it has been known to be untrue for some time. Way back in the ancient days of the 1980s, researchers at the University of Maryland found that when college students were given different mixtures of carbon dioxide and oxygen to breathe, there was no significant change in the frequency of their yawning, even when breathing 100% oxygen. The most recent view of non-contagious yawning is that yawning may actually be a method of temperature regulation. Particularly for regulating brain temperature, this idea is so exciting that it's even been given its own special name, the thermoregulatory hypothesis. One particularly interesting study found that when people held cold packs on their foreheads, they were less likely to be affected by contagious yawning than those that did not have cold foreheads. So hopefully you've managed to make it through this episode without too much yawning. While you may have been told that yawning is your brain's way of signaling a need for more oxygen, current research indicates that it may be from a brain temperature regulation. So if you like today's episode, you can become a fan of Xtended. Click the subscribe button and tell us, did you yawn while watching this video?